Hello and welcome back to the Melissa Cardinals Network. This is the Cardinal Scoreboard Show. My name is Trey Graham. I'm joined as always by Melissa Cardinals head football coach Matt Nally. Matt Nally leading his team into the fourth round of the playoffs after a big victory over the Anna Coyotes, 49-7. Congratulations.
Thank you.
Feels pretty good.
Yes, sir, it does. Thank you.
In fact, you are quoted in the media as saying, they say it's hard to beat a team twice in one season. Matt Nally replies, not for us.
That came from, we really have had a lot of success. We were thinking about it as a coaching staff, the guys who have been here. Who have we played multiple times in a season, in the regular season and in the playoffs? And then we got to thinking about it, and this is the third time with the staff since I've been the head coach that we have played an opponent in the regular season, and then we saw them again in the playoffs, and we had the same result. We beat them both times. It was Midlothian Heritage, Terrell, and now Anna. So
Stats
yeah,
don't lie.
that came off in the paper very arrogant like, but that was our rallying call. That's how I started the week in our team meeting. It was the first line I said, and it's the last line I said. Guys, there's a cliche that people like to say that, man, it's hard to beat a team twice. I said, guys, not for us. And it was kind of the I don't want to say the theme of the week, but it was definitely a big piece of our rallying call throughout the week.
A few stats for you. Total yards, Melissa, 523.
Wow.
Anna, 180.
That's probably more impressive.
Brett Holloway, 455.
Yeah.
We'll talk about Mr. Holloway in a little bit more in a minute, but he outgained your opponent more than 2-1.
Right. In playing that position too, I think that if or when you get him and you get to talk to him, I think that his biggest the people that he would compliment the most is the offensive line. Like I was talking to the staff this weekend, and we always get together and we talk about this period in this practice, who looked good, blah 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 blah, and then we break down the game and we're going through different situations in the red area and yada yada. We're going through 30 to 30, 30 to 30 calls, and there's a few times that Brett doesn't get touched until he's at the second and third level, and then there's one time he doesn't get touched at all. So those offensive linemen played amazing, but that goes back to Coach Metter, Coach Hill, and Coach Gonzalez, and how they prepared those kids throughout the week, but really throughout the entire year. And Brother Graham, you know this, like we could do this show every single week because it's not just in Melissa, but it's everywhere. Like football, you're doing football year round, and I'm just so proud of those young men and those coaches and what they've done. What a great game plan going into it. We had to adjust because they did some things differently defensively that we didn't know that they were going to do, and we adjusted very quickly on the first series. The offensive line coaches did a great job. And I say adjusting, we have answers for it. So like we might have a play call. In that play call, we might, if we called, whatever, back in our day, we would call it like 34 power,
Yeah.
And so we make the play call 34 power, but the kids were saying this is going on. So the kids can adjust during the series themselves. And then when the series ends, they come over to the coach and say blah blah blah. So then 34 power turns into 34 Poland, and there's just some little bitty things that change based off of scheme that the defense is doing. So, and that's the crazy thing about football. Like somebody was asking me this a few weeks ago, like how has football changed? And I remember I played quarterback, and you'd sit and you would listen to the offensive line coach because you huddle, you break the huddle, you come up there, and before you ran the play, the entire offensive line is saying, odd, 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 55's the Mike,
Yes.
3-6, 3-6.
Right.
Hey, ace, deuce, and then so you learned it, as a kid, you're like, okay, well, that's going to be an ace. This is going to be this, that, and another. But there was never any adjusting with the players. The players are now adjusting based off of what they know, and the rules that they had been taught. So, like, I can't remember. You asked me a question. This has been years ago, but you'd asked me a question about halftime adjusting, and I had made the quote, or I made the comment, like, really, there is no halftime adjusting. Like, you should be adjusting through the game.
Right.
And football has gotten to the point now where you're not just the coaches, but the kids are involved in the adjustments as the game is going on. And it's just, once again, just how football's evolved, and just how smart those players are. I mean, I can't say enough about Max Pierce. He's a freshman, and he's dialing up, out there like he's Jeff Saturday, and
That's
he's
the center on the O-line, the starting number 72, the freshman center. Yeah.
so amazing, and just and they all do a great job of communicating, and we play fast. So for them to communicate it that fast to each other goes back to the relationship, like you have talked about before on this show, just about the relationship and the culture they have just in that group.
Right. A few more stats for you. Turnovers, Melissa 0, Anna 3. Rushing yards, Melissa 354, Anna 38.
Yeah.
And the stat that everybody will remember, all-time series, 15 games between the Coyotes and the Cardinals. Melissa 14, Anna 1.
Yeah.
Aggregate score in those 15 games,
I'm excited to hear this.
588 to 198.
Wow.
That makes an average score of 39 to 13.
Wow. I didn't know that. To me, the best stat of the game, and we kind of live in an offensive world, is would you say 188 yards offense and
180 total
and
for them.
Just how amazing, because before that, I mean, Anna's an offensive juggernaut, not just with yardage, but with points. But Coach Spann and his staff did a great job of coming up with a game plan. But the kids did a better job.
First 3 drives, at least, were punts for the Coyotes.
But those kids did an unbelievable job of execution. And I hate to sound like Nick Saban here, and that's a good person to sound like sometimes, or every time as a coach. But where we're at right now in the football season, nothing else matters besides execution. And the kids executed the game plan almost flawlessly. So, and I'm going to quote I don't even know his name, but the guy on the A-team. It's always a good thing, or when a plan comes together, or whatever the case may be. So
It's a good day.
It's a good day.
Yeah.
But man, it's so fun to watch the kids play, and watch it all come together. Because we're fixing to go practice here in a couple hours, and you're gonna start to see it a little bit. But by Thursday, you're seeing it, and you're like, and everything is just fitting like a puzzle, and it's really cool to see. And then you get to go and watch a Friday night game, and you really get to see it all come together. It's very neat.
Final score was Melissa 49, Anna 7. Dominating performance on Friday over there in Allen. Dominating in the series 14-1, which led Coach Deal to make a statement at the end of the broadcast, which we're going to play for the audience and let them see it. Coach Deal.
Yes, sir.
Your thoughts on a big win in Allen, Texas?
Melissa does not lose to Anna in football. That is my message. That is the message in the Deal household for years. So I just want to share that with all listeners tonight. Melissa does not lose to Anna in football.
Well, this will take the all-time series record in the 15 meetings now between these two teams. Melissa 14 and Anna 1. 1 victory for the Coyotes, 14 for the Cardinals. And this will be number 14 out of the 15. And now that the audience has seen it, you didn't see it during the broadcast. You were busy, so I sent it to you after the game. Mm-hmm. And your thought on Coach Deal's comment?
I knew that Coach Deal, has a certain feeling about certain teams. We can talk about Salina and Coach Deal all day long. But when he said it, and he said it with so much swagger, and he said it with so much intent, I'm just really glad that he's a Melissa Cardinal, because you could just feel the support. You could feel the passion for the school, feel the passion for the program. So, yeah, I'm really, really excited that he's a Melissa Cardinal.
And he's not sitting in the room with us. We are at Coach Kenny Deal Stadium, but he's not here. Yeah. But I will brag on him for 1 second because he won't watch, so he won't hear me say all these things. It is year 39 for him here in Melissa, and he's deserving of the honors that he receives. I don't know how many of the old war stories you've heard, but someday you need to buy him a Gatorade and sit around and listen. Like driving the school bus repeatedly in a circle with his PE kids in the bus. Now, this is, I think statute of limitations is going, but he said we needed a track, so I needed to drive the bus in a circle repeatedly over and over again to get the grass torn out, so the dirt track would, so that was,
yeah.
And he says things like, when I started here, we had an entire school district employee meeting at a conference table, all that kind of stuff. So that's enough. Kenny Deal, he's down the hall probably somewhere anyway. Okay, we're going to introduce our players of the game in just a moment. We do need to address an issue or not address an issue, and that is there was a controversial situation in the ending of the game against Anna. No announcements are going to be made, nothing to declare. I'm going to give you the chance to say no comment or whatever you're going to say.
Yeah, no comment. Yeah. Plead the fifth. I just think in any situation that you have in life, it's an opportunity for growth, even if it's a positive situation that you're going through or a negative situation. I think that you need to show gratitude. I think you need to consistently give thanks to God. And I think you can always grow in a positive way, like I said, in a negative situation or a positive situation. And we're all going to grow from this, and it's going to be an awesome situation. And I'm really excited.
Full speed ahead for the Cardinals.
Yes, sir.
All right, let's talk about our players of the game. One of them is Brett Holloway, 8 for 11 passing, 155 yards, 3 touchdowns through the air. 1 to Swain, 1 to Battle, 1 to the tight end Wyatt Harry, 27 carries, 300 yards rushing, 11.1 yards per carry, 2 touchdowns on the ground. I'm running out of accolades for Mr. Holloway.
He's kind of like on your show. He's kind of like Norm and Cheers.
He's like the guest host here or something.
Yep. Yeah. But all those things are fantastic. And he is well deserving of that, but people don't see the teammate he is, the overall person he is. People, most of the people only see him on the football field, but people don't see like just how great of a teammate. Like he is the best teammate potentially on our football team. And you can say that that's what you really want your quarterback to be. But I don't know if Brett would – I think he would be that way if he was the kicker. I just think that's who he is. He's so deserving, and like I said, of all those accolades. But with that being said, he would be the first person to tell you, I don't do any of that stuff without my offensive line. I don't do any of that stuff without Jacob Swain or any other receiver. I don't do any of that stuff without the defense. And that's the thing that really is encouraging to me is watch that defense come off. First person will be Brett Holloway. After a big stop, it'll be Brett Holloway. Watch when someone scores a touchdown. The first or second guy to congratulate him will be Brett Holloway. Brett Holloway, every time we kick a PAT, Brett Holloway is out there loving up the offensive line because our offensive line is our
They're pretty good.
protection. Yeah. And he loves, I mean, that to me is what you're looking for in someone to lead not just the team, but the program. So, and I can talk about Brett all day long.
Well, let's turn to the defensive side of the ball. We had 3 announcers this week. Ross Graham joined us for the broadcast.
Yeah.
So we decided to give 3 players of the game, so 2 on the defensive side. One of them will be in absentia today, DK Woodard at the cornerback spot. He also played receiver.
Mm-hmm.
He returned some punts. He's not with us today, but an excellent game by number 30.
You know, the thing about DK is DK probably is, I'm going to say this on air and I'm going to get in a lot of trouble because there's going to be a lot of debate, but DK probably is overall our best football player. And he has so many roles and he does so many things. We were talking maybe mid-season about DK. And
I think your OC and your DC are fighting over him.
Yes, they fight over him weekly. But I can't remember. It might have been mid-season, but he had like 8 touches and had scored 5 touchdowns, and, obviously, I mean, you saw in the Andrews game, he returned a punt, I mean, he's just so dangerous with the ball in his hand. But the thing about DK that if you don't know him, first off, he comes off kind of quiet, but he's probably the funniest person you've ever been around. He's a comedian. He's extremely funny. It's extremely fun to be around. So I'm a super fan of DK.
And you will get to meet Landon Jones, our other defensive player of the game, linebacker number 40, had a fumble return for a touchdown and an interception.
Mm-hmm. The thing about Landon, too, is, I go back to talking about Brett, people don't see what Landon does Monday through Thursday. They only see him on Friday. And the thing about it is Monday through Thursday, Landon is not intimidating. Landon in practice is always laughing. He's got a huge smile on his face. Just unbelievable. And on Fridays, he's intimidating. I'm a 44-year-old man, and that he intimidates me. I mean, he just has this fierce, fiery look on his face, and he's that guy that, and we all played with him. That guy that I don't want to talk to anybody. I don't want no one to talk to me. I'm just in the zone. And he played like that on Friday. He played like a man on a mission on Friday. And but like I said, once again, golly, just this bright, awesome personality that he has, and so fun to be around. And for not being here very long, he has taken a leadership role that I'm really proud that he's taken, and he's ran with it.
So we're going to take a break. We're going to show you some highlights, introduce you to our players of the game, and we'll come back and talk more with Coach Nally about the next round of the playoffs. You're watching the Melissa Cardinals Network. Welcome back to the Melissa Cardinals Network. We are going to introduce you to our players of the game for the big playoff victory over the Anna Coyotes. We'll introduce you to our 2 defensive players of the game in a moment, but let's meet our offensive player of the game, quarterback number 3, Brett Holloway. Congratulations. You get to come back and sit with me again.
Thank you.
Congratulations. This is number 4, number 5 this year?
Number 4, I believe.
Number 4 out of 12 games. Congratulations on being our offensive player of the game. 155 yards passing, 3 touchdowns, 300 yards rushing, 2 touchdowns, averaging 11 yards a carry, and you had a long one that was called back. So you could have had more rushing yardage than that.
Yes, sir.
Congratulations.
Thank you.
What was the game plan going into the Anna Coyote contest?
Game plan was just to, kind of show that they can't mess with us.
Okay.
Show that the first time wasn't a mistake.
Okay.
Just go out there. A lot of quarterback run game involved.
Was that the plan going in, or was that a reaction to their game plan?
It was a plan.
Okay.
Plan going in, go +1 on the box because they know they like to load that box up, play man on the back end, but it's really just quarterback run game, and the O-line did a heck of a job up front. Just really just allowed me to be able to run.
Good. Touchdown passes, 3 of them through the air. One went to Jacob Swain, who's been here a number of times. One to Adrian Battle, his first one around. And then Wyatt Harry, you let the tight end get in on the game too. Talk about those 3 guys.
I mean, they're all exceptional athletes. I feel like the run game really set up the pass game because they just made it a lot more easier for the receivers to get open. And, yeah.
One of the things we talked about on the broadcast is by the time you get to a big lead in the third quarter, I was wondering, and of course we can talk to Matt Nally about this, but was the plan to slow down a little bit, to use a little more clock, or keep the fast pace even with the big lead?
The plan was to kind of step on their throat, so to speak.
Okay.
Kind of just make sure we put them in the grave.
Okay.
But, yeah, we had no intention of slowing down anytime soon.
Okay. This is your first year in Melissa, right?
Yes, sir.
Do you know your Melissa and Anna history?
I mean, I've heard a lot about it. Nally likes to speak about it.
Okay.
But, I mean,
so you know it is 14-1 all time.
Yes, sir.
Okay. You've heard that stat before. I
Yes,
bet.
sir.
Okay. All right. Well, congratulations. There's a few other things that we're not going to talk about on this interview, things that people are interested in that we're not going to discuss. No decisions, no announcements, nothing like that. We're just going to say congratulations on an outstanding game, and we're going to wish you the best against Argyle.
Thank you.
Our offensive player of the game, quarterback Brett Holloway, will come back and talk with our defensive players of the game right after this.
First down, Cardinals from the 45 on their side of the field. First drive of the game after the Cardinals forced a 3-and-out by the Coyotes. Another deep route, throw it to Swain over the top. He's made the catch at the 30, and he's gone. 20, 10, 5, touchdown Cardinals. Touchdown Jacob Swain, 55 yards to the house.
Very reminiscent of the first game, the matchup between these 2 guys, where Jacob took the ball out of the air and broke a tackle and scored. So repeat here in the playoffs.
Let's go 2nd and 9, split left, twins right. Shotgun, Bear Tabor next to the Holloway in the backfield. We've just passed the halfway mark of the first quarter. Another quarterback follow. Holloway's going to have it. Oh, he got tripped up. Looked like he had a lot of room there to run. We're going to bring up 3rd down.
Makes this manageable. It's going to be 3rd and 3. But you're right, Trey. It just looked like that was going to be a big gainer, and just shoestring tackle there got him on the ground.
It's first down at the 24-yard line. Approaching the 5-minute mark here, first quarter. Cardinals with a 7-point lead and the football. Holloway's going to run quarterback follow again behind the running back. He's got a breakaway now. He's got good speed. 30, 40, makes a man miss. He's gone. 40, 30, 20, 10, 5. Touchdown Cardinals. Touchdown Brett Holloway. Touchdown Cardinals. How about 76 yards?
Oh, just once he got to that second level, he was gone. And there is your 2-score lead here early in the first quarter. Couldn't be a better start for your Melissa Cardinals.
Holloway has a touchdown pass to Swain and now a touchdown run here in the first quarter. Cardinals lead 13-0.
First down and 10 as the Chains try to keep up with the fast-paced Cardinals. 9:33 in the second quarter. Holloway looks to pass, keeps himself. It shows off his speed. 10, 15, 20-yard run there across the field into the Coyotes side of the field. Ran out of bounds at the 48-yard line. Another first down as Holloway gets ready to take his second down snap here. Empty backfield. Spare lines up in the H spot there. Second down and 5 coming up. Holloway takes it, thinks about pass, takes it himself, pass a 30, pass a 20, 10, 5, touchdown, design quarterback run, touchdown, 40 yards there for a touchdown for Brett Holloway. 9:05 second quarter as the Cardinals extend their lead 20-0 over the Coyotes. When you have the best athlete on the field, that's Holloway, any play seems to be working.
Yeah, great block in the center up there by the center, Max Pierce, to really open that up, and then just great play development there to where once he got to that second level, no one was there in that coverage, and just smooth sailing for Brett Holloway.
Trips right, tight end to the left. Follow the running back, does Holloway. He's got a breakaway and great speed. 40, 50, 40, 30, and he's pushed out of bounds at the 20-yard line for the Cardinals. Have great field position in the red zone.
It was Bassett Addison for the Coyotes get that touchdown-saving tackle after a huge run there by Holloway.
Second and goal from the 9-yard line. 1 minute and 20 seconds gone by, third quarter. Holloway's going to throw it to a wide-open tight end. Wyatt Harry, touchdown Cardinals, and they lead 34-0.
Whenever you have a quarterback continuing to run as well as the Cardinals have had, you're going to have a wide-open receivers pop through the coverage. Looks like Wyatt started out there in what looked like a blocking situation, able to slip past the Coyote defenders. Completely wide open, no one anywhere near him for an easy throw and catch, quarterback to tight end.
Holloway's going to throw the football. He's got a go route to Battle, and he makes a spin, and he gets into the end zone. Touchdown Cardinals, touchdown Battle, 41-0 Cardinals.
What athleticism displayed there by that sophomore receiver. Spin move, juke move, two defenders right there. It was wide open initially. Two Coyote defenders closed in on him, but maybe the most athletic play we've seen this afternoon. As now the Cardinals extend all the way up to 41-0 over the Coyotes.
Who's had a tremendous game here in this playoff matchup. Ball on the left hash, trips right, and Holloway's going to run that follow play behind Chinamore, and he's got speed. He's gone 40, 50, 40, 30, 20, 10, 5. Touchdown Cardinals, touchdown Brett Holloway, 75-yard touchdown run. Brett Holloway has just gone over 300 yards rushing.
I don't really know what the Coyotes are supposed to do to stop that. I mean, one play, one touchdown, 6:29 this third quarter, but
Hang on, guys. I think they said he went out of bounds.
Are they going to mark him out of bounds? Where? They are at the 34-yard line. Take the touchdown off the board. So it's only a 41-yard run for Holloway.
still a challenge, though, for the Coyotes to figure out what they're going to do to contain Holloway.
Welcome back to the Melissa Cardinals Network. We're going to introduce you to our defensive player of the game for the big victory of the Anna Coyotes, linebacker Landon Jones, number 40. Congratulations.
Appreciate
Welcome
it.
back. You've
Yes,
been here
sir.
with us before.
Yes, sir.
Fumble return for a touchdown,
Yes,
scoop
sir.
and score, as they
Yes, sir.
call it. And then you decided to wait till the end of the game to get an interception as
Yes,
well.
sir.
What was the feeling like getting in the end zone?
It's great. It brings me back to my running back days.
Yeah?
Yeah. So
Do you like offense or defense better?
I like defense better because it's more free.
Okay.
Yeah.
You like delivering the hit
Yeah.
rather than
Yeah.
receiving it?
That's exactly why.
Okay, all right. But felt good to get in the end zone.
Yes, sir.
All right. What was the game plan going in? What was the expectation? I assume focus on the cue for the Coyotes.
Yes, sir. We just, obviously their quarterback is their offense.
Right.
So we just wanted to keep him boxed. And we did that and let the corners do what they do and let the front seven do what, we do, stop the run. So, yeah.
Was the plan to make Williams, the quarterback, throw the ball, keep him from running, or make him run? What was the specific goal?
Keep him from running. Because,
Okay.
once he starts scrambling and stuff, that's when big plays are made, So that's really how their offense works.
Okay. And then he got banged up. He had to
Mhm.
leave a little while and came back in, but he wasn't the runner that he was
Mhm.
before.
Yes,
So did the focus change to stopping the pass at that point?
No, it was the same because they were telling me like last year how, he still got hurt and came back in.
He's a
and,
good player.
Yeah, he still was running. So I was like, nah, we're gonna keep our mind focused still. Don't think nothing less of him.
Okay. Once you got toward the end of the game when it was such a big lead and you were realizing you're moving on to the fourth round, what was the personal feeling and the team feeling at that point?
Personally, it was great because at Marshall, we got stopped in the third round by Sox, so it just feels good to have that chance to go to the fourth round. And as a team, it was a great, I think everybody felt great about the win. But we don't feel accomplished because we know this is a state team. So we're just ready, to get to our goal.
And what was the feeling like taking that long drive out there to Lubbock to play and then playing at Allen, and now we're going to Arlington? Your feelings on this playoff run so far?
lot of traveling, and but I love it. You know, at least we're in the playoffs. I get to do it with the guys. You know, I love those guys, so they make it fun to do.
And overall, what's the emotion of the defense right now?
I'm gonna say dominate. You know,
Dominate.
I'm gonna say dominate, but hey, we're coming, and it's a different mindset now that we're in playoffs. Like, yeah, it's a whole different energy.
Congratulations on being the
Yes, sir.
defensive player of the game. Number 40, linebacker Landon Jones. We'll take a break and show you some of his highlights, including a scoop and score. Watch this.
Here we go at the 47-yard line. And give it to Traylor going left, and he is shut down again. That was a big stick there. That was Ini Edu in there, along with the linebacker Landon Jones.
Yeah, look for Landon Jones to have a big day today, along with Uche. They were both knocked out early in the first meeting.
3rd and 18 conversion for the Coyotes. So they have it now at their 28-yard line. Twins to both sides. Give it to Traylor, and he goes nowhere. Landon Jones among the...
Yes, and Cherney was in the game, disrupted that first, and then Jones finished it off.
But now 3rd down and 10 coming up for the Coyotes. Nylander in the backfield next to Traylor. 2 receivers to both sides. 7:26 second quarter and counting. Cardinals bring a lot of pressure. Nylander steps back, and ball comes out. Cardinals get it. And they have it, and they're returning it. Past 10-5, touchdown, scoop and score for the Cardinals. Number 40, Landon Jones. I believe it was Ini Udu, the one who was able to strip sack there. 3rd down and 10, Coyotes results in a scoop and score. 4th touchdown on the board for the Cardinals.
How sweet is that for Landon Jones, who was knocked out of the game the first go-around and missed about 4 to 5 weeks of the season. He's came back along with Uche Dimka with a vengeance. But Ini Adu has just had a fabulous last 3 games as he's got more playing time when Uche was out, and just has been tremendous.
Here's a 3rd and 7, Ross.
Nylander sets back, hands the ball off to Taylor, and hit immediately in the backfield. That was 40, Landon Jones again. Traylor's been their Coyote star running back all season, but so far it's been the Cardinals defensive line able to win that matchup in the trenches.
Well, hello on the 4th floor. Here we go, 3rd down and 15. Zandre Williams rolls to his left and is going to get sacked for a major league loss. So the folks on the 4th floor of Coach Kenny Deal Stadium should be cheering on the Cardinals defense as the extracurriculars continue. That is a loss back to the 38-yard line. And the Coyotes will set up in punt formation because it is 4th down and a cab ride.
Job number 1 is to punt a 1st down here. Easier said than done in this kind of situation, but
4th and 32.
Good job there, Landon Jones. He's been all over the defense.
Cardinals were up big. They were up quickly. Nylander's going to try to throw the football. Rolls to his right, throws it back into traffic, and is going to be picked off. Good job, good play there by Ini Edu, the defensive end.
That's Landon Jones.
Was that Jones? That was 40. Okay, not 41. Landon Jones with the interception.
He's got a scoop and score. Now he has an interception.
Yeah, Coach Ross Graham, you might want to name co-players of the game there, which you're allowed to do so. It's our rules, you know.
I mean, I guess if I'm the special guest, I can do whatever I want.
Sure.
So let's go ahead. Let's do it.
All right.
Defensive players of the game.
All right. So we're going to go co-defensive players of the game with DK Woodard and Landon Jones. The 15th all-time meeting between these two teams in varsity football. Here's 1st down from the right hash. Fake it to Traylor, throw a fade route to the left side. Woodard on the coverage, and the catch is not made by Miles. It was a little bit underthrown into this wind, and DK was right there on the coverage, incomplete pass.
Yes, that attempt there, DK did a good job, got his head around, so he was able to see the ball and was able to rake the arms of the receiver to get that ball out. It's the second time Anna's attacked DK.
Ball on the right hash, trips left to the wide side. Zyandre Williams in the shotgun, looks left, throws left, and a good job by the Cardinals D.
That's
DK Woodard.
Yes, sir. Came through that block perfectly to make that open field tackle.
3rd down, 7 now for the Coyotes. Cardinals D's been the dominant force so far in this ball game.
Nylander gets back to take the snap, fakes the handoff, quick throw again to that far sideline, but again,
DK
huge
Woodard.
hit there. DK Woodard. He's been all over the Cardinals defense so far this afternoon.
It's his best game so far from that corner position here early in this ball game.
Welcome back to the Cardinal Scoreboard Show. This is Trey Graham along with Coach Matt Nally. You're joining us here as we get you ready for the 4th round of the playoffs. You just got to meet our offensive player of the game, quarterback Brett Holloway, our linebacker, defensive player of the game, Landon Jones, and then in absentia, cornerback DK Woodard, our outstanding players of the game from the big victory over the Anna Coyotes, 14th victory out of the 15, in case we hadn't mentioned that already. And now let's turn our attention to this Friday, Argyle Eagles, 7 p.m. kickoff, Choctaw Stadium in Arlington. That's the baseball stadium for those of you who've been around for a while, the former Texas Rangers Stadium, but it's now called Choctaw Stadium, and it's in Arlington, 7 p.m. Friday kickoff, 6:30 pregame show. Coach Kenny Deal will be joining me on the broadcast. Invite you to be there. This is called the 4th round. It's called the regional final.
Correct, yes, sir.
It's called the state quarterfinal. And if you're a basketball fan, it's the Elite 8.
Yes, sir.
So we always tell you every year on this network that if you're having football practice on Thanksgiving Day, you've had a good season.
Correct.
Well,
Correct.
now, if you're playing football in December,
Correct.
that's a good season.
Right, right. Brother Graham, I said this again this morning, and I firmly believe it. Like the coaches and the kids, the players have done just an amazing job. They need to get all the credit, and they need to get all the praise. They've done above and beyond what I could ever ask anyone to do. And I'm just so proud of the coaching staff, and I'm so proud of the kids. And you kind of it's kind of nostalgic because it was Thanksgiving, so you kind of think about the things in your life that you are very thankful for. And I'm very thankful for our coaching staff and our players, because they have just committed themselves since last January, and their commitment and their drive is why we're here now.
It is a contest between the Melissa Cardinals and the Argyle Eagles in the 4th round of the playoffs. Now, what year did you come here? 2014
I don't
or
know.
15?
I don't know, 14, 15, something
Okay,
like that.
all right. Well, Melissa lost to Argyle in the playoffs in 2012
Mhm.
and 2013.
Mhm.
And the all-time series between the two teams is,
I know I've beaten them twice.
well, that's the only two.
Yeah, I don't know.
6-2.
6-2.
Yes. All right, including 2 playoff losses for the Cardinals back in 2012 and 2013. Melissa won in 2021 and the season opener in 2023 when you put 50 points
Yep.
on the board.
Yes, sir. Yes, sir.
That was
Yes,
a
sir.
50-13 win 2 years ago. So Argyle Eagles, historic program. This is a regular thing for them to make it this far in the playoffs.
Yeah.
Give us a preview of the Argyle Eagles.
They're essentially, everything you just said, historic. They're always going to be huge. They're always going to be extremely well coached. They're always going to have exceptional players. And that's the same thing this year. They look exactly the same that they always look. They just, it's almost like they photocopy themselves every year. But once again, they sustain that success not just because of the players they have, but they sustain that success because of the coaching staff. They're extremely well coached. It seems like every aspect of the game they do extremely well. So it'll be a fun ball game Friday night against them.
We do invite you to be by the channel on Friday night, 6:30 p.m. Central Time for the pregame show. 7 o'clock kickoff. The Melissa Cardinals and the Argyle Eagles move on to the Elite Eight, the fourth round of the playoffs. After the big victory over the over the Anna Coyotes, now you get to turn around and play the
Right.
Argyle Eagles, and then hopefully another round after that.
Yes, sir.
It doesn't get easy anymore.
No. I mean, when you got, I said this, every team that's in the playoffs is good. Everybody in the third round is really good. Everybody in the fourth round is great. So you're going to have to really start up in the ante in every aspect. Practice, the way you prepare, and with your mindset, the way you prepare in meetings. The whole thing has got to get to an elite level, because from here on out, there is no easy game.
Before we finish, I do want to invite you and your family to our church home at First Melissa Sunday mornings. We'd love to have your family, 9 a.m. or 10:15 a.m. Download the First Melissa app or visit the website firstmelissa.com. And as we sign off, Coach Nally, how about a word to the Cardinal fans?
I didn't get to see it on Friday. I got to see it in a photo, but I felt it. I mean, what a great turnout that we had.
Well, on that note, we said repeatedly in the broadcast, because we're on the home side and you were on the visitor side, we're watching the line come in, and the line of Cardinal fans was long and sadly very slow. People getting in. That it's Allen Eagle Stadium. I mean, there's no way to hide that. They should have let people in. They had not enough gates open, and it was almost halftime before all the fans got in.
Really?
It was.
But you could feel it. And then somebody sent me a picture of the fans, just in the regard of, look how much support these kids have. And it almost makes you emotional to see how many people, not just how many people, but it was the day after Thanksgiving, how many people came out to support their football team. And man, it was just, like I said, it was a little overwhelming. So just so blessed and honored to be here, and so blessed and honored to have the support that we have. But Brother Graham, that's something else. Like I keep talking about, like, people don't see Brett Monday through Thursday or whatever the case may be. But I hope that our coaches and players understand that they see the support that they get on Friday. Because my goodness gracious, the picture itself for me was just, I'd like to say, I didn't even notice. Like I didn't even notice. And then Allen, that's a huge stadium. And then when they showed that picture, and it was just this white, you know what I mean? It was white out, it was just white. And I was like, God, because I mean, I was looking at Anna's stands the whole game. And I was like, wow, we are very much so supported, but man, so blessed to have so many people that have our backs and are supporting us during this entire season. It's I could say that about this last playoff game, but every game, like when it's a home game, I turn around during the game, Brother Graham, and I try to take it all in. So I see all the fans at a home game, but I didn't get to do it. I did it at Friendship just to see, like, this is a long drive.
Yes, it was.
But just to see, like, how many people drove 6 hours to watch. And there was a lot of people that drove 6 hours to watch it. And I say 6 hours there,
Right.
and 6 hours back
Right.
to watch a football game. So just so honored, blessed, and I hope that we continue to represent them well, and they continue to be proud of their football team.
Big victory over Anna. Now it's time for Argyle. Friday night kickoff, 7 o'clock, Choctaw Stadium in Arlington. We look forward to bringing you that broadcast as the Cardinals march continues. Thanks to Coach Matt Nally. Thanks to our players of the game. Thank you for watching. Have a wonderful week. We'll see you on Friday. This is Trey Graham saying, go Cardinals.